we'll start here right now and get everybody going. Thank you for joining. I'm filling in at the last minute. I'll give the same basic intro I gave last time because we might have a new audience. Not, you can tune me out like a lot of people do already. So I'm filling in for Laura Shin. She couldn't make it the last minute. So I am going to be asking questions with genuine, not knowing the answers and want to know. And actually this panel, I have had no idea what we're all going to talk about really other than the broad theme. And I'm very curious to hear what you all have to say about it because I'm very interested in this topic in general. It's not something I've really dived into that much. So again, my name is Brian Klein. I'm a litigator in this space. I represent lots of people and companies. I represented, for example, Block One in their SEC settlement. I represented Arthur and Kathleen Brightman in their class actions related to Tezos fundraiser. Represent Virgil Griffin, who was accused of going to North Korea to violate sanctions in connection with an alleged talk he gave about blockchain piece. So I have a broad experience in the space, handled lots of investigations, lots of civil cases and criminal defense, and real privilege to be familiar with some of the people on this panel and some I don't know that well. But why don't we start just, Allison, since you were last to come in, we'll let you go first. Tell us who you are and where you are if you want. I'm in Los Angeles, by the way, where we're locked down both because of the pandemic and the rioting. So we're just waiting for the alien invasion and the murder hornets to arrive. But I do hope everyone's safe out there and that everyone continues to be safe. Dawson, why don't you tell a little about yourself, what you're working on, and anything else you want to share?
Sure. Thanks everyone for having me. I almost want to ask you questions because your background sounds so interesting. I didn't know that you were the lawyer necessarily behind all these different lawsuits, but I guess that's not the topic of the panel today. I'm the co-founder of UMA, and our mission is to enable universal market access. So to that end, we basically build open source financial infrastructure on top of Ethereum that really easily allows anyone, anywhere to trustlessly issue new and interesting financial products. Specifically, this infrastructure is actually two separate things. It's a decentralized Oracle service. So that's a way for on-chain smart contracts to become aware of data off-chain or from off-chain. And then it's also a set of smart contract design patterns, kind of like boilerplates in lawyer speak, that let you define synthetic tokens, so ERC20 tokens that track the price of other things.
Interesting. I didn't know anything about that. Thanks, Allison.
Yeah. Actually, all of our stuff is pretty fresh on Mainnet as well. So the decentralized Oracle service with its associated Oracle token recently launched in an interesting Uniswap listing, and then our synthetic tokenization mechanism actually is just currently being tested on Mainnet as well.
Where are you located? Where's your company located?
Well,
probably no one's anywhere right now, but are you a U.S. company? Are you Hong Kong?
I mean, crypto companies are kind of complicated in where they're set up, but the whole team is basically a remote team. And so I'm actually spending some time in rural Utah right now, which has been a very interesting experience. I have otherwise lived in coastal cities pretty much my entire life. And so this is a culture shock that is really getting me out of my bubble.
Okay. Mason, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little about you and where you're hunkered down? You want to share your location.
Absolutely, yeah. By the way, it's a pleasure to be on a panel with you. I've read a lot about your work, so it's very nice to finally be connected. So my name is Mason. I'm the CEO of Tokensoft. We started our technology platform in 2017 to help issuers of digital assets comply with securities laws. And so we've evolved into a firm that's providing full stack services for issuing and managing and trading securities on the blockchain. And so enterprises, asset managers, and financial institutions use our platform to either fundraise to issue their asset on the blockchain, or to actually issue and administer their assets on the blockchain. And finally, they can use our platform to provide their investors with a traditional experience where they can hold and interact with their securities as well on the blockchain. So far, we've processed about $500 million through our platform. current pipeline sits at about 3 billion in terms of what our customers are seeking to issue.
When you say you processed a $500 million, can you explain that a little? What do you mean by that? Just so I understand, like processed, what does that mean?
Yeah, so that means our customers have used our platform to move that much in assets in one form or the other, whether in primary markets or secondary.